Good morning, my loves, and welcome to my world. It's Wednesday morning. Um, Pacific Standard Time is about 7:15 a.m. And that's been hard. We made it through the weekend. There's been even more horrifying tragedies happening. But this is for my fellow white Americans. I have an important message for you, and I need you to listen. And for my white children, today's going to be hard and painful. Every day is going to be hard and painful. I'll make you mad, but I just speak the truth. And I want to explain to you why the anger and why people are so angry at white women today. There's never been equality in this country. And if you don't believe me, ask anyone who was born and raised on a reservation for our indigenous peoples. Something that gets talked a lot about is called intersectionality. And if you don't understand what that means, think of an intersection. You got four-way stop, and everybody's got some place to go. We're trying to move forward, trying to get to work, build our communities, take care of our families. We're all trying to move forward together, and we've all got pretty much the same destination, but we're coming from different directions, right? So I get past that four-way stop, and we get on to the main highway and onto the freeway, and that's crazy, right? You've seen the pictures of California, the iconic, all those twisting and turning intersections. Well, that's it. It's intersectionality. And what that means is the people who you need to look to and stand behind and next to and protect are the disabled Black and brown and veterans in your community. The reason why is this is Disability Awareness Month, Disability Pride, because in this country, if you're disabled, you don't have equality. You never have. And they're trying to make it so you never will. If you have a mental health issue, if you have a physical disability, if you have a learning disability, and again, what is a disability? It's not a bad word. It's just a descriptor, flagging. You wear these glasses? Yep, that's a disability. You're disabled. Period. There's no discussion. Dyslexic? Disabled. Depression? Disabled. The list of disabilities goes on, and you can become disabled at any time. You can be born disabled. You can be disabled, as many people have unfortunately found out, by mass shootings. So you're fighting for your rights. See, Black and brown people and indigenous people and disabled people are fighting this fight. You go back in history and find out that disabled people literally dumped their wheelchairs. Children dumped their wheelchairs at the base of the stairs of the Capitol and climbed them, hands and knees, to the Capitol, demanding rights, demanding disability rights. And we got a little. Have you watched Crip Camp? Maybe you should. Maybe you should stop demanding that people who are already marginalized and oppressed. Let me try one more thing. I got 2 more points. First one. You like to watch Hoarders? Hoarders Buried Alive. Minor obsession. I've seen it. I've helped people. It runs in my family. It's a mental health issue. It's a trauma response. It's someone who's had horrible, terrible pain. They have been forced to deal with it alone. and isolate. And we criticize them for that. They take their newspapers or clothes or cats or car parts and build a fortress around themselves and don't realize that it's a prison. And family and friends, if you watch the show, the beginning, the most frustrating part, right? So you got the three people, right? The three groups. You got professionals, people who've been there, done that, got the degrees, got the help, got the trash bags and the dumpster and the trucks. You got the person who's lives in the home, been hoarding, have built this, and they're fighting. Stop, you can't take this away. This is how I protect myself. No, you're not here. You're not going to be here. You're going to take all my stuff and you're going to be gone. And then I have no protection. You have to help me, help. And you got the family and friends and the neighbors standing over you in your pile of things, screaming at you. It's all garbage. It's garbage. You're fighting for garbage. But until all three groups get on the same page, it doesn't matter. And see, so what has happened is there's this line of enslavement. And it started with the indigenous peoples and that were already here on this land. And then the Black and brown people, and then the Asian and Chinese immigrants, and then the Irish and Italian immigrants, and then all these people, and then they had to change the categories of white and what it is and what it meant and who you are, and Bat Tower of Babylon, separate, divide and conquer. So if you want to know what you can do, one of the biggest things you can do is open your wallet. Give people money. Don't tell them how to use it. Don't ask them how they're going to use it. They know how to use their own money. Do you know how to pay your bills? Do you know which ones are important? Do you know what to focus on first? Let people do that. Just give them money. Listen. Support. Don't judge. Intersectionality. My white, pasty people like me. Black and brown people are not here to save us from ourselves. We have to do that. And hopefully, in us finally waking up and realizing what is going on, we can save each other. But you've got to stop kicking down, as Bo of the fifth column, my friend, likes to say, who's been there to help me. Don't kick down. Build a bigger table. Reach out to the community. Do you have people camped out on your street? Bring them water. Do you have food? Cook for them. Invite them to, at the very least, to use your hose for fresh water. Because that's one of the biggest problems is access to clean drinking water and having hygiene. In other countries, in developed countries, there's access to public restrooms and hygiene at all times. People are out and about. They're going to have to shit. We need a place to do that. What's the first question any city planning engineer has to ask? What's the first question any home builder has to ask? Where are you going to put the shit first? Can't build this country back better until you gut it and have a demo day and decide what you're going to keep and what you're going to get rid of and what you're going to preserve for the future and what you're just going to burn. Because it's time for bricks. And if you're not going to help, you need to get out of the way. Get out of the way of yourself. You're shooting yourself in the foot, literally, and your children and yourself. And you're so angry and you don't understand why. Why is it like this? Because this country was built on the blacks. On the backs of the blacks. This country was built on the backs of the blacks and the Asian community and the Indian community and the immigrant community. Everyone has built this country. We've all bled, we've all died, we've all fought. It's ours. Take it back. Don't let them have it. They're greedy. Why is it that this country and world can be more fair on a playground yard with children leading the way and making the rules and deciding and regulating each other? Grown-ups just stay out of the way. Kids will take care of each other if we have modeled it at home on how to be compassionate and take care of each other's needs. But if you're constantly telling someone that they are undeserving or unworthy of love, of unconditional love, if you're telling people that they're not worth clean water, you're not worth clean air, you must earn it. You're not worth a home. You have to earn it. You're not worth rest or care or support. You're not worth help. You're worthless. Don't you know that? You're unworthy. And as long as you believe it, they'll keep taking everything. So you decide what you're worth. You decide what you want to do. You decide about this country. And, maybe we can get through this together. I know this. I said it before. This fight has been going on for more than 2,000 years. And I can't fix it, but I can help. If you don't know where to start, do a Google search maybe for local community tables, Facebook. Where are the people who are delivering meals to homebound disabled people? Because that's me, just so you know. My body has been so destroyed by the oppression, by the religious right in this country, that most days I'm not able to stand. And it's my fault, right? If you ask them, I was fat. I was a glutton. 7 deadly sins. I was already a lost soul. I'm a lost soul. I was going to hell just because I was born a fat kid. How do you fight that oppression when you're told that you were born already against God? It's so systemic, honey. You don't realize that you're in prison. You're in prison. You're in prison. You're waking up and you're Hop in Russia. That's where you are, baby. What are you going to do about it? I love you. You're perfect. We got this if we just stand together. It's scary, but anyone who knows anything knows that if you want to make a change, you can't do it alone. You got to do it together. We got to help each other. And we know how to do this. We've already done it. We just need to direct where it goes. Shot to the heart. Because they do give love a bad name. So are you going to play your part? Or are you going to give love a bad name? Me, I sow the seeds of love. I love you. Bye. Happy Hump Day.